Hey T,
Hi, Tehsuan.
how you do?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. You look great.
You know, I'm drinking my water, minding my business. That's it.
Happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Looking forward to this conversation. Been looking forward to this conversation. Always enjoyed conversations with you.
Same here.
So I know you're, a busy big deal. So I don't know how much background context you have on this show and what the conversation is. I'll just lay it out for you real quick. I'm interested to have the discussions about who are you to you, and what does that look like over the course of your life? The choices you made, the pivots you made, what you do, what your calling is, what your work is, whatever. And I think that that's a universal conversation that everybody can have with their own specificity, because everybody is an individual, right? So I'm curious to know, like for you, like, can you think of a time at your youngest or younger ages where you were aware of your self-esteem and like how you felt about you or what you liked about you or?
Ooh, something popped up right in my head that
That's
fast.
what I like.
That's crazy. So I was 5 years old. And I was a kid, of course, but I knew there was something a little different.
Okay.
I felt it.
Yeah.
My grandmother knew it.
Okay.
I never forget, she brought me a fur coat with a matching hat.
Okay.
And I wish to this day, I had a picture, but of course it got ruined in a flood at my dad's house. But I was 5 years old, and she said, try this on. Now, instead of just being a little girl, just trying it on, I went upstairs. I don't know I don't know who's going to be watching this, but I went upstairs. I took all of my clothes off and put the fur coat on.
Just
and
the fur
hat.
and the
That's
hat.
it. And I came
At 5.
downstairs, and I was just strutting.
Yeah.
Because it was a feeling.
Right.
I don't know what it was.
Right.
And she was like, "Are you crazy?" But then she said, "Let her be who she is. Cover it up, but let her be who she is." And that right there was, I think that was a moment for me.
Yeah.
That it was just like, I don't know what this is, but we're gonna put it in the pocket.
Wow.
And
That's dope.
that's one of the memories that I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so interesting to me because it's like, at least the way the picture I'm painting in my head is that at 5 you were aware that this wasn't just a nice coat. There was some
Luxury to it.
luxury and like you didn't wear this to be warm.
Yeah.
You wore this to perform, to
Yeah.
show the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you was like, well,
Here I am.
here's the show. Yeah.
She's
right?
arrived.
And like stepped into it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like you've been stepping into it since you were 5 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's fantastic.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because I do believe that all of us, all children are much more aware. However, silently we keep it inside. Like we're aware that we're special. I'm special. And everybody can be special, and everybody is their own special, but we're aware of our special for whatever reason it is, right? And, to the point of your story, it's like, it's not necessarily because you do a thing already,
Yeah.
but you're just aware that, like,
yeah. Like I'm
me and ain't nobody else.
and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I had a thought this morning that I want to talk about. Really kind of piqued my interest, right?
Okay.
So I actually wrote about this on Threads. It's that, like, how they say there's no such thing as original thought, right? And I don't know if that's true or not.
Okay.
But what I do know is there is such a thing as original opinion, because our opinions come from our point of view.
Yeah.
And everybody has a singular point of view. You have never existed before. You will never exist again. And the story that you have in your life that took the turns in the timing that it did, and the things that you remember and the things that you forget, and what you like and what you used to like and don't like no more, all of that is like, it's such a peculiar recipe that somebody can have the same opinion as you, but they didn't get to it how you got to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like even in that, it's an original opinion, just because of like what the background of it is. You know what I mean? And So I'm curious to know, like, as far as your point of view, when did you discover, or in what instances do you recall discovering, like, that you have a point of view that maybe everybody else in the house don't share, but you actually have a opinion and a point of view, and you kept it?
I think I got that at the age, maybe the age of like 13, 14.
Yeah.
Growing up, I don't think my parents didn't want to hear our point of view, right? We didn't really have conversations. So
Right.
I didn't start having conversations and really realizing like, oh, I have a voice in this, or my opinion matters.
Yeah.
I was 13, and I think my 8th grade teacher put that into me,
Okay.
which is my godmother. You
Yeah.
know? But
What's
yeah,
her name?
Lynn.
Lynn.
Yeah, she put that in me when I moved with her.
Okay.
I was 12 years old
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
moved in, and it was different. Like, oh, y'all actually listening to what I'm saying? I'm actually allowed to have an opinion,
Right.
and not
And voice
just
it, yeah.
go to your room
Yeah.
or stay out of adult conversation. You know, I got that early with her, and it did something to me even as like a teenager. It was just like I started voicing my opinion and how I felt. And sometimes it got a little carried away because it was like, no, you're wrong and I'm right. But but it still gave me that confidence to walk in the room and have that conversation and not be pushed to the back like, oh, this is not a conversation for you. So you shouldn't, you shouldn't be involved. Because your opinion doesn't matter.
Right.
But I felt like my opinion mattered in everything that I do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm super fascinated, like, now as an adult, about the things where my point of view has changed from what it was, right? Like big things, small things, personal things, world things, but like, it's such a fascinating experience to observe yourself change your own point of view, or observe your point of view change for whatever reason, whatever inputs or influences or experiences you have, because it's the proof of, I remember a poet once said, the proof that your ability to change your mind is the proof that you have one.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, you shouldn't think the same things you always thought throughout your life. Like, you should think differently than you used to think.
Absolutely.
You should have different points of view than you used to have. And your lived experience informs your point of view. Like, there are things that you're told, there are things that you read, things that you see, and then there are things that you experience. That it's like, can't nobody really tell me about what this thing is or isn't if I lived in it. You know what I mean? I was talking to, sorry, go ahead.
But I think, to your point, it's like as I got older, I look at things totally different. I really do. 41, it's a difference. There's so many different stages in your age, and it's like there are certain things that I looked at in love that I didn't look at it before. Now I look at it totally different. Even in just friendships, I don't think I valued a lot of my friendships the way I should have.
Well, we learn friendship in such a elementary way. Like, as children, we learn we develop friendship through proximity and shared interests. Right? And that's like your friends are either in your neighborhood, at your school, at your church. But it's like, it's people that you're around. And then from those people, it's like, all right, who do I have interests in common with? You know what I mean? Whose favorite color is red or whatever, right? And then as an adult, you realize that mature friendship, has to do with choices of who you want to be and where your life is going and who's aligned with that. That can encourage you and inspire you and keep you accountable and challenge you and all of that.
Yeah, because my friends challenge me.
And
I love that.
God bless it. I
love that. I don't want friends around me like, oh yeah, Tia's right.
Right.
Check me.
Right.
If I say a word wrong, check me.
And
I like that.
And I also don't want friends around me, because the other, side of the coin can be friends that project on you. And it's like, they're not even challenging you as much as just projecting their point of view, like
Yeah.
everybody should agree with that, or
Yeah.
everybody has that point of view. And yeah, that's not friendship either.
No.
You know what I mean? I had a conversation with my boy the other day, and we was talking about how, in our lived experience, how our lived experience has impacted our spirituality. Like what you learn as a child,
Yes.
and then what your lived experience is as you grow and mature and whatnot. And how, like, you know, children are all, to some degree, blindly following. I'm speaking about specifically as it relates to religions,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then also religions, like, they offer access to salvation by way of spirituality.
Yeah.
So it's like there is a carrot at the end of the stick, you know what I mean, which is salvation.
Yeah.
Right? And so a lot of religions, probably all religions that are technically religions, tend to teach that whatever you think, your spirituality is, or your salvation is only secure by way of this ideology. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like there's spirituality and ideology and salvation. These are different components. They're combined most of the time. And then, like, as you mature and you get older and you develop your own personal relationship with God and your own spirituality and understanding of spirituality outside of ideology,
Yeah.
then you can develop, like, it's colored and shaped. You know what I mean? Your spirituality, and you can appreciate where there is spirituality, where there is no ideology. It's like this moment, this present moment, there's spirituality going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though there is no any of the dressings of religion. It's like, well, spirituality doesn't require any of those things.
Yeah.
Just like God doesn't require any of those things. You know what I mean? And all of the Bible texts of whatever Bible or version of Bible or version of God's word you listen to or follow are teaching that very thing.
Yeah.
It's like God doesn't need that. You know what I mean? He'll make a tree talk. If he'll make a bush talk. Like, that's not necessary for God. But it is, and I feel like I'm going on a tangent for a little bit.
No.
But like it's like, it requires you living it yourself to appreciate that, like, it's not just, did I follow the rules?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think too, like, growing up, I grew up in church, right? And my grandmother was a pastor. My nana was a pastor. And growing up in church in the 90s and the 80s was very different, right? It was very much of, you can't do this, you can't do that, and if you kiss a boy, this is gonna happen, and this. So that's all I heard, right? And it was like, you're going to hell, for a lot of the things that you should not be doing, right? And then, you know, I had a journey. I was, like I said, I was in church majority of my life, and then when I got to know God for myself, right? No one could tell me what that looked like. I got baptized the first time, and I think I was 15 years old, and it was like something I decided I wanted to do, because I wanted a relationship with God. I didn't know what that looked like, but I knew at that age I wanted it.
Right.
And then it's like I got in my 20s, I'm outside, I'm wilding out. God on the back end, seriously. So it's like I was outside, I was just doing my own thing. And get into things that I shouldn't have gotten into. But those are all like, I was learning in those moments. But I still knew that God was not giving up on me. Like, I still knew who I believed in and what I, believed in. And I think once I got into, I still was trying to find my way, through all of it. And I think it was 2019. It was like a aha moment. I found the church. I found spiritual leaders. I found like everything that I wanted.
Yep.
And it was like, okay, God.
Yeah.
And the spiritual leaders they accept me for who I was.
Yeah.
I broke it down to them. This is what I did. This is what I did. I do bar club, bar crawls, all this stuff. Like I'm saying all these things. And they were like, all right. We'll pray. And
Yeah.
And I still kept, still did my thing. But it changed. Certain things I used to do, I didn't do no more. Because it was like, it was my responsibility. As if I'm saying God is my everything, I have to walk around like this is who I'm serving. Like this is who I am looking to.
Right.
And God is like in me in everything that I do. Even in my friendships, even if, even going through anything. And the friends that I have too, they're all on that journey, and they've all been there, or they've been in it and they found it already with God. And it's like, Tia, here's what happened with me, and this is how it can help you. And I needed that. And I think I'm in a place now where it's like I know when I'm down and out, I don't look to anyone else. I know He gonna pull me out of that thing. And I might go through something. Trust me, I have been hard headed. And people will be like, "You were boxing with God." Yeah, man, God was. And I was losing every time. Of course. But it was like, no. Going back to that opinion thing. Going back to that. No, I get to say what I know. You can't do that.
Right.
And it's like I've had to learn, and I'm still learning. The older I'm getting, I'm still evolving in that, whatever that is with God. I'm still getting there.
And like it reminds me how, listening to you talk about how you arrived at this spirituality and this relationship with God and the people around you. It's like your wholeness was validated first. Like you're whole as you are. With what you like and what you do and what you did, you're whole. You're not a fraction of, and there isn't a gap between who you are right now and full access to God. You know what I mean? And that part allows you to submit.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's such an important thing to know and to remember. It's like, I'm whole. I'm not less than. I'm not wrong as I am. You know what I mean? Now, growth is always on the table, and if you're not growing, you're dying. So it's like you have to be growing. You have to be learning and unlearning. You have to be stepping forward into your learning and living it, right? You can't just know new stuff and be like, all right, well, I'm better now. It's like, nah, you got to live it. You got to live those things in some way, right? But your wholeness is centered and it's valid. And that's so important, I think. Quick switch, subject matter wise, because I can't possibly not talk to you about music, right?
This music thing. Wow.
Which is another expression of spirituality that has like its own rabbit holes that you can go down. But it's like, it's divine. It's beyond entertainment. It's beyond genre. It's beyond all these things. Music is divinity. You know what I mean? So for anybody who doesn't know, who's your favorite singer?
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston.
Yeah, she's my favorite female singer.
Yeah. Who's your favorite male singer?
I have two, believe it or not. But right now, for the last maybe 10 years, it's John Legend.
Really?
It's something about...
I dig it.
He's just an amazing writer, and he's smooth. And his music is timeless. It's going to always be like a Frank Sinatra. It's always going to be, you know?
Yeah. Something about John Legend reminds me of Miles Davis in that... what a lot of people don't know, but what some people know and talked about with Miles Davis was he stayed in his pocket.
Yes.
Like, he didn't sound like or didn't try to sound like anybody else. And he was incredibly collaborative. He would do all different types of music and different infusions of music and whatnot.
Yeah.
But Miles did Miles's thing.
And I think that's what
Yeah.
John Legend.
John Legend
he
does
doesn't
his thing.
sound like anyone.
Right. Right.
And he's okay with being John Legend.
Yeah.
And not trying to be like anyone else.
Right, because nobody else sounds like him.
Yeah.
And then when somebody does, it will be because John Legend put John Legend out there.
Yeah.
Sounding like John Legend,
And
that
now,
somebody else
there you
could
go.
follow that, right? That's super dope. When did you start singing?
At the age of 3.
3.
3 years old.
Where were you?
I was in my great-great-grandmother's living room. Oh yeah, I had all of them with me.
That's beautiful.
I had my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, and we all lived in the same
Yeah?
house.
Oh my goodness.
So you can imagine the conversations that I've heard.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I was watching TV, and she had this TV, like, I don't know, back in the day, the TV set on the floor. It was like the wooden, like the wood around the TV.
Yep.
And Whitney Houston, the video came on. Oh my God, Greatest Love of All. And I just sat there like this.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it because I was just like, who is this?
Right.
And my mom was saying, like, I kept singing it. After the video went off, I just kept singing it.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, what's happening?
Right.
And then it came on again, and I kept singing it.
course.
So then I got, when I got older, well, not that much older, but when I was 8 years old, that's when my grandmother started putting me in talent shows, singing for the block parties in front of West Side Park in
Really?
Newark,
Yeah.
17th Street.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where I grew up at, 17th Street.
Right.
And yeah, I did all of those things, and it was like, from there, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is cute.
Okay.
Then I got, I turned 21, and I started singing. I couldn't find, I was still being pushed to gospel because I didn't know what I wanted. But I was like, okay, but I grew up in church, so I have to, and I joined a group,
Okay.
gospel group. And then it was like, but that wasn't enough for me. Then I went and I lived in Italy at 24, singing with another gospel group, and then started doing R&B in the little clubs when we had breaks.
Yeah.
Now I'm singing in the clubs, like,
Okay.
wait, this is different.
Yeah.
And then I think it hit me where the Tia Holt has arrived, right? When we did our show, 2017,
Yeah.
at
sounds
Savion's Glover spot.
Yep.
I was like, this was the first time that, and I've done things, house music and things, all of that, but it was the first time I got to be a part of producing my own show. Doing everything with it, the music, the band, doing all, and it was like, okay,
Yeah.
something's happening.
Yeah.
And then then the Tia Holt Experience happened after that. And it was just like,
Yep.
I'm here now.
Yep. Yeah.
I know who I am.
Yeah.
I know what I want.
Yeah.
And I've been helping everyone else build their kingdom with music or whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
It was my time.
Yeah.
And yes, I found it in my 30s, but I found it, you know? I found
absolutely.
it.
And 30s is young.
And
Make
no
no
one
mistake.
can take it away.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yes. Yeah, I like, I remember that show. I remember how awesome it was, the level of confidence that you expressed in that show. And not just in singing,
Yeah.
but in leading a show. Like
Yeah.
in being the headline and being like, the statement of the night is Tia Holt and whatever Tia does. So sometimes it's how you sing, sometimes it's how you play with the crowd, sometimes it's how you create space for the background singers or the band members and like let them have a moment and really let them have it and encourage them to have all of it. Like you were really the captain of that ship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I had to get there,
Yeah.
right? And I think now, the Tia Holt Experience, I've been doing the Tia Holt Experience in business, like a real business, LLC, paying taxes and stuff, right? For 11 years.
Right.
This year will be 12, but 11 years so far.
Yeah.
And I think now I'm in the place, I was watching an interview, Jay-Z's interview for, what was the GQ? And he said something where it was like, I'm effing Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
I'm at a place, and this is no cockiness, but maybe
Right.
it is,
Okay.
because I've earned it. I'm at a place where I'm like, I'm effing Tia Holt.
Yeah.
And no one can do nothing about it.
Right.
There's so many people who try.
Yeah.
And you're good in your lane, and I'm good in my lane.
Yep.
But when I get on that stage,
Yeah.
I just feel nobody can touch me.
Yeah. There's
Live
no
performances, I'm out here.
Right.
And I'm giving it.
Right.
And some people, it's funny because it's like, I mean, I'm not going to say any names, but it's funny how I'm still trying to get people to know who I am. And it's like, oh, we want to book Tia. Okay. Go to the website, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Because it's business. And what's one thing I'm going to always be before singing. I'm a businesswoman. I'm going to take care of my business. And they're like, oh, she's too much. Okay. My price may be too much for you.
Yeah.
But then I have another client who are willing to pay whatever I ask for because they know what I can deliver.
Yeah.
And I just feel like a lot of people don't respect it. They don't respect it. They think we just coming up with numbers. You know, in my head, if I say, you want me to do, let's say a birthday party, and you say, I say, well, for everything that you want, band, DJ, background singers, you're talking about 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I got to bring sound. They don't get that.
Right.
And I say, okay, $12,000. You can't. This is the price.
Right.
Don't say, well, how about we take this out? No. This is what you asked for because I'm giving you an experience. I'm never going to call myself the Tia Holt Experience without giving you an experience.
Right.
I want you to walk away with something. And then it was like, I had that one client that said to me, this is what I want. My number is $10,000. I didn't even give her a number. She said, my number is $10,000. I said, now, the little girl inside of me was like, oh, shit. Like, this is crazy. Like, I don't have to pull. I don't have to prove myself of what I've done.
Right.
I said, do you have sound? Oh, I don't know what that. They have speakers. I said, speakers? They don't know the difference.
Right.
You can't just plug a band into some Bluetooth speakers.
Right.
I said, okay, I'm going to go check the place out. I checked the place out. I said, if you want us to do that, it's going to be $2,000 more for me to bring in sound. Not a problem. Wrote out the check.
Yeah.
So now I'm never, she's taught me something in that moment.
Right.
I'm never going to change my pricing to make you feel good. You asked for the Tia Holt Experience. And they always hit me with but I want you.
Yeah.
Well, if you want me, you know what to do. And that's not being cocky. That's just, I know my worth and I put so much work in this.
Yeah.
I was doing $100 gigs before. I was doing free gigs before. But it's my livelihood, but also this is my art. This is the love that I have for music.
Yeah.
So people are weird, but it is what it is. They have to learn.
I forget who it was. I think it was like Picasso or somebody who was like, this couple, this is just a story. I don't even know if this is factual or not, but the point of it works. It's like he was sitting on a park bench and a couple came up to him and realized that it was Picasso and they was like, can you draw us? And he was like, sure.
Yeah.
And so he had a pencil and paper and he drew them. And then he finished it and showed it to them and they loved it. And he's like, how much for it? And he gave them the price, which was like a $12,000 price for whatever that time was. And they were like, how could it cost that much? You just took 10 minutes to draw it. And he said, no, it took me my whole life to be able to draw that.
Yeah.
Like, I've been paying for it all along. You're just now paying for it.
Yeah.
So the couple of points. One is that it takes your whole life. Two, if it takes your whole life, then whatever the number is underpriced.
Yeah.
Let's make no mistake here.
That's it.
There's no number that's worth a second of your life. So it's still underpriced.
It's still underpriced.
It's just that we can meet here.
Yeah.
I can meet you at $12,000.
Yeah.
I can't meet you less than that.
But you know what's so funny? What clients don't understand too? The whole $12,000 is not going in my pocket.
Of course.
No, they don't see that.
Yeah.
They just see the Tia Holt Experience.
Right.
You can go to any musician that I've ever used. I pay them. They'll say, "Hey, I want this." I'll give them more what they ask for because this is the same. You've been with me.
Yep.
We've been pushing and grinding
Yep.
and doing all these free gigs at one point together. Every time they called me, I'm going to give you what you're worth because I want somebody to do the same thing for me.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, you got 4 members in your music, in the musician group, and then you got your background singers. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They were grinding with me. So I'm going to give them, my background singers may walk away with $400, $300 for a gig. They may say, I may say, hey, sometimes it's who's in the room. So we do a lot of that.
Yep.
I'm not going to charge you what I would charge you, but if it's who's in the room, I know I can walk away with so many different things.
Yeah.
So it's like my team is very much we rocking with you. So whatever you do, whatever you get, we rocking with it.
Yeah.
That's the type of people you need around you. So it's like I need people to know like that all that money don't come to me.
Right.
It don't.
Right.
I wish.
Yeah.
But it don't.
Yeah.
I still have a 9 to 5.
Right.
People don't think I do.
Right.
I do.
And like everybody that you pay is taking them their whole life to get to this point.
That's it.
So it's like to this place. So it's like
That's it.
yeah. Once you have a belief or a philosophy or an ideology, you can't only apply it to yourself.
No.
Like if a thing is a truth to you, then it's a truth for everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody got to get paid right.
Yeah.
And right is not determined by the budget.
No.
Like that's not how this goes.
No.
So on that, kind of along that line, I'm curious, what is your relationship? How would you describe your relationship with ambition?
I'm very ambitious. I think that I am. I work very hard. Like I push to be great.
Yeah.
Even when I'm already, I feel like I'm there. Someone can always knock you down from where you're at. So I have to be great.
Yeah.
Like I have to push for that. I think I'm learning it still every day of how to be ambitious, like how to get there. Yeah. I think that's
Yeah. There's something about ambition, like ambition gets a bad rap, I think. But ambition is a marker for people who are growing intentionally. It's one thing to just grow by way of life and getting through it all. And then there's another thing to like set and chart trajectory or heights for yourself.
Yeah.
And then put in the work that it takes to get there. It's like, how do I go from who I am, how I am now, to the person that is necessary to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that person has to be disciplined. That person has to be, has to have forethought and like understand that immediate gratification is gonna delay getting there or make it impossible to get there. It's like there are so many things that you have to be in order to become.
Yeah.
And ambition is what fuels the becoming. You know what I mean? For those types of people. But ambition is kind of given this rap of like it's just greed.
Yeah,
Like,
and I don't think it is. Like for me, I think it's one of those things. I'm always trying to top the next thing with me, not with anyone, just with me. And it was so funny. I just was having this conversation. What is next for me? Like, I love performing on the stage. Yes, everybody wants me to put out a single or some type of something, but it has to be real. I'm not going to put anything out for everyone else, like because that's what you guys want. It has to be something that I really feel and I really love, right? And I just feel like I was just telling that person like I just have to find what that is, what that next it is, and I don't know. I have some thought in it, but and it's, believe it or not, I feel like my next, I love kids, don't want any, so let's make that very clear, okay? But I love kids, but I know what I could do with kids when it comes to music, entertainment, self-esteem.
How do you mean, like working with kids?
So working with kids. So like, I did a program years ago called Mic It Up, right?
Yeah.
We taught the kids how to, my thing is how to teach you how to be an artist on the stage, a performer, right? Because I don't believe that, not even teach them how to add a little bit of sprinkle on top of what they already have. Because I don't think anyone can teach you that.
Right,
You have to have some type of something, right? And every little kid I meet, it's like, I want to come to your show. I want to do this. Can you work with me? Can you do this?
Right.
A lot of kids that I helped in years, for over 15, 20 years, they won Grammys. They were on what's that? The Voice recently.
Yeah.
One of them was on American Idol. It's a few of them.
Yeah.
I've worked with all of these kids.
Yeah.
One of them, she won a Grammy for writing for Chris Brown. So I'm like, okay.
Right.
And one of a lot of my friends are like, we don't believe you sometimes. Because sometimes people can really throw some stuff out there oh no, because I did this, I did that. And every time we're out, I bump into an old student. Miss TT, I'm still singing. Miss T, that makes me feel good. So my thing is this: I'm still gonna be performing because that's what I can't let that go.
Right.
But why can't I help the next generation?
Absolutely.
And that's where I'm at. I think that's a part of my next, whatever that looks like. And I'm talking about coming back to my hood, my neighborhood, my place where I was born and raised, Newark. Why wouldn't I do that?
Right.
And it's not about the money. It's about there's so many gifted children just in the city of Newark, right here where we're at, who need it, who need that push. And to show them oh wow, I got this, I can do it. I had so many people push me when I was a kid. I met Wendy Williams when I was, I think I was 10 years old at the Peppermint Lounge. They had a talent show. And I did the talent show at Peppermint Lounge.
At 10 years old?
10 years old. And I won $200. I was the happiest person in the world. Kids wasn't in the Peppermint Lounge. It was at night.
Right.
Robert Treat Hotel.
Yeah.
I was 11. Ted Mills from Blue Magic. He had a show. I went there. And he sung to me. I knew who he was. So I knew.
Right.
I thought I won $1 million. Those are the different things that, I miss, and I think kids should get those opportunities.
For sure.
So yeah. That's that's where I'm at.
Follow-up question: how would you describe your relationship to gratitude? Your relationship with gratitude.
That's good. So, it's so funny because I was watching an interview with Vice President Harris, and she was talking about how people always say we have to be humble, we have to be thankful, we have to have all of the. And she's like, nah, you don't have to be. But I'm very. What am I trying to say? I try to be humble. I try to be thankful for all that I have, right? And because it could be easily taken away. And I think that's where, if I answered your question, I try to stay in that place of just I'm thankful. I got so much gratitude about everything that's given to me because there were so many things taken away from me.
And I believe that gratitude can be the fuel for ambition. And when gratitude is the fuel for ambition, the term is duty. You feel a duty to expose and nurture these young kids. And duty has to do with repayment of what you received or what you already have. It's well, I have a duty then to share this with others. Somebody let me come into the Peppermint Lounge at 10 years old. I'm gonna have to pull a 10-year-old into somewhere if they got it. If I see that they got it,
why not?
Then I have to show them that no, you can start seeing it now.
Seeing it now. Mildred Crump. I never forget. I think I was 8. They used to have a parade. In Newark. It was the Black Heritage Parade or something like that. I have a picture of it. And I had my little Afro DG, all this, I was decked out. Because she gave me a chance as a little girl. We have to start giving these kids chances.
Absolutely.
And I think that's one of those things. Like I have stories for days for being a little girl in Newark singing and doing all of these different, meeting different people. Back in the day, there was a guy named L.A. Suave. One of the biggest, like, he knew talent.
Okay.
He found me. He was like, this girl can sing.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, took me to different places in Newark. They was like, you should not be here. Eleganza. I don't know if people remember Eleganza. What?
Yeah.
I was in there sneaking, singing on the mic.
Right.
And while they're doing house music, they're dancing and stuff, and I'm singing on the mic. These are the things, like, I have to give back.
Right.
I have to.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that I'm missing.
Yeah. I dig that. That's such a beautiful thing to know what your personal recipe is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, if I do this thing and if I do these things, if I make myself available to these things, then I can be the vessel that only I can be.
Yeah, because God gave me the gift.
Yeah.
And who am I to keep it all to myself?
Right.
Who am I to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's I think about this often, like a vessel, like what's more important for a vessel? To be able to hold things or to be able to pour things out?
Yeah. Everything just have to come out for me.
You got to be able to pour things out.
You have to.
Right? And it's like, that's why certain vessels are, like you could have, you know, you could have a vase or whatever that has a thin neck. And it's like, when it's time to pour out, it's restricted.
Yeah.
Because the opening is so small. Even if the base is large, if the opening is small, then it creates for restriction to pour out. And that's what it's for. So there is the ability to pour out, there's the ability to receive and hold, or receive, and then there's the ability to hold.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to be able to do all three to be a vessel.
Yeah.
But if you forego any of them, you're not a vessel. Because a vessel does all three. Most importantly, pours out.
Yeah.
And that's what we get to be. Like by way of our gifts and talents and experiences and points of view and whatnot, we get to be a vessel and we get to share. You know what I mean? We get to be like when light is refracted off a glass and it's like now you can see a rainbow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of that bounce.
Yeah.
If the light just kept going, then you never get the rainbow.
Yeah.
You never see the spectrum of color. We get to be that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you have to be what you get to be.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you don't need to be here.
And also letting the kids know too, like everything didn't come easy for me.
Right.
You know, people think, you know, especially a lot of kids, because I work at a middle school. So a lot of them, you know, they think, you know, what they see on social media, like this is, I'm about to get this money.
Yeah.
No, there were times where there were so many doors closed in my face, saying I was, especially in like for music, it was like, oh, she's too dark, she's too big, she's too thick, her this and it was just running it, and it was like, but I was so strong, and yes, it hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo.
For sure.
So then I went through this thing where I have to be small, and I have to be for years, and it's like, no. And I think that was one of the reasons too why I was just like, people are like, well, why are you not signed yet? I want people to understand for what I see, right? A lot of being signed is not the, what is it? The end of, it's not the goal anymore.
Right.
I love entertaining people. And I say all the time, if I could wake up every morning and I have a show every day, I'm okay.
Right.
Because I love entertaining people. I love seeing the expression on people's faces when I'm performing. And some people in the audience, they don't know if they want to give their life to Christ or, oh, I feel this way, let me call my man. You know, because it's a thing. And that's where it's like, someone called me R&B worship leader. I've never heard of that, ever. And it tickled me.
Wow.
Because I never looked at myself like that. And it's like,
Yeah.
That fits.
Yeah, that
dope. Fits, because my thing is you hear where I'm coming from. You hear that I come from church. You can hear it. But I love R&B.
Right.
And you know,
I want to talk about your relationship with death.
Ooh.
I think that's also a really just important pillar for us all.
We got tissue around here because I feel like this about to be something. Okay.
You want me to get you some tissue now?
No, let's do it. I said yes.
Yeah. I mean, but I can get you tissue.
No,
that
we
ain't
good.
too
I'm
much.
a thug. I ain't gonna get me crying on this camera.
But like, yeah, how would you describe like your feelings about death, your relationship with death, your experience with death?
So I'm gonna say this too. All right. Okay. I'm not scared of death.
Right.
I'm not afraid to die. I don't want to die now, but
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
death had come to me in so many different ways. I remember the first time I saw, I don't know how deep we can get into this, but the first time I saw a dead body, right? I was 10. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Because I saw it happen in real time. Wow. So that was a lot for me. But it still was like, after the day was over, it was like, okay. And it could be one of those things where I grew up with strong women that I just pushed it to the back and just said, okay, now we're moving on. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Today's the new day.
Yeah.
And then I think it broke me. Death really broke me when I lost my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-grandmother back to back.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy. I was 14. No, 14? Yeah, 14.
Okay.
When my father's mom passed, my grandmother. That's the one who pushed me to do everything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
That's the one who brought me the fur coat.
Yeah.
That was my favorite person in the whole wide world.
Right.
So at 14, I'm like, my grandmother was 51. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean she's dead? What are we talking about?
Right.
And then, but she knew.
Okay.
She knew. My grandmother was very, like I said, I grew up with strong women. Never see my grandmother stress. Never see her go without. None of that. I didn't know what that looked like.
Yeah.
Because we just never, we didn't know.
Right.
But she passed at 51. Then her mother passed like 3 months after. Then her mother passed like 4 or 5 months after. So it was one of those things where like, okay, from 14 to 16, that's when I started going to this F the world.
Yeah.
I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
My godmother was losing it. Like, what is you wake up every morning with an attitude. You're upset, you're pissed. And the world didn't do it to you.
Right.
And I'm just like, you don't understand.
Right.
You're not getting it.
Yep.
And then I had to get out of that. I wish I went to therapy or someone pushed me at that age. But, you know, we all go through our thing. Then I looked at death a little different when my father passed.
Okay.
My father passed it's been 3 years now. I think because me and him, we didn't really have a father-daughter relationship.
Okay.
Yes, he was around. He was my father.
Yeah.
He wasn't present, but he was there, right? And we created this, I forgave him years ago for the things he did to my mom. He was like physically abusive, right? Because of his own, I don't think he wanted to. It was just one of those things that he was going through so many different things, right? And we got to that point where we can say, you know, he said, I'm sorry for all of the things.
Yeah.
So then when he died, you know, suddenly, it hurt. Of course, that's my dad. I'm his oldest daughter. But it was one of those things where I did everything that I could as a child, as a daughter. I forgave him. We had our moment.
Yeah.
He's not suffering anymore of the things, right? And it was one of those things where it was like, I went through this stage of, why am I not crying? Why am I not, how do I not, my sisters are crying every other day, and I'm not.
Yeah.
But I think it's also going back to the spirituality. I know God doesn't make mistakes.
Right.
So this time around with death, I felt like, okay. he's not hurting anymore. He's not sad. He's himself again. You know?
Yeah.
Because I saw this man change when he was living here. I saw him change, not in a good way. It was like he was angry because my father was very much of a man's man. Like he's very, and that a part of that was taken from him. We don't know why. We don't know what he was dealing with.
Right.
But I looked at it differently. You know? So now, like death for me now is like, okay, I learned you have to live in every moment. When my father passed, I have to live in every moment. And he would want me to.
Right.
He's never seen me perform, ever.
Really?
And my father was a singer. That's where I get it from. And it was one of those things where, like, he saw little videos of me on Facebook and stuff. And my father was very much, like I said, he didn't really say much. We're just alike. Hey, Nat, that's what they call me, Nat. Just want to say, like, you killed that damn show. Like, that's the type of stuff he would say. I talk to you later, bye. It's real quick. That's it. That's all you're going to get from him. So, like I said, that death now, I look at it as, okay, it can happen at any time. What are you going to do in this moment? I got to live in this moment. So I take it as, and I still have moments where I'm like, you really not crying. You really not. But I went to, what is that, grief counseling? I did that. You know, I've been to therapy. I actually start my first therapy session tomorrow. Like,
Okay,
you know,
dope.
I'm going back into therapy because I feel like in different, when you get a certain age, there are different seasons. So there's so many different things that you may have handled years ago. Now we got something new in your 40s that's like, because 40 hit me.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I'm 40.
Yeah.
41 hit. I woke up the next morning crying. Don't know why. I was boo-hooing. I was like, I don't understand. And now it's like, that's over. I'm about to be 42. It's flying. We have no time to waste. We have no time to waste.
Right.
So I'm going to live in every minute, second of the day, of the moment. I have to.
Yeah, I remember I learned some things when my mom died. My mom died a little over 2.5 years ago. And I didn't cry at her death. I cried. I had one moment that I remember, and that became a profound lesson for me. So my mom was diagnosed with cancer in like February, March, and she died September, right?
Wow.
And at some point in between March and September, for whatever reason, I'm listening to, and I didn't grow up in church. Like I didn't grow up listening to gospel music.
I know. I know.
Right? But for whatever reason this day I'm thinking of, I saw this clip of Yeba singing Bridge Over Troubled Water, right? And so it made me wonder, like, you know, who originally sang that song, because I knew that Aretha Franklin had sung it.
That's one of my favorite versions.
Right?
Okay.
And then I saw like the Beatles or somebody sing it too, and I was like, oh, fuck that. But I'm listening to the song over and over, and it was just I'm listening to the Yeba version, and it's not the whole song, but listening to the lyrics really got to me, because it was like, my mom was sick, right? And her sickness was haunting everybody in the family, because it's like, when is this sickness going to become death? Right? Every day, there is not only the pain that she's experiencing and the loss of energy and exhaustion and all that, but there is the haunt of looming death. Right? And in the song, as you know, like the lyrics are, I've talked about this too before on this, but like when you're weary and feeling low, small.
When what is it? When the evening comes, I will not anymore. I'm on your side.
Yeah.
I can't think of all the words, but I know it. Yeah.
It gets to the bridge of like, I will lay me down
Yes.
like a bridge over troubled water.
Yes.
And the thought hit me as I'm listening to this song, and I just start like weeping, right? And the thought is, you can live your life in a way that when your death comes, particularly in a scenario like that where, you know, there's a diagnosis, a terminal illness or what have you, when you decide, I do believe that some people get the opportunity to decide, and, you know, I'm going to let go of trying to be alive. Your death can bring the peace to everybody because you're no longer haunting, the sickness is no longer haunting everybody. They're also no longer suffering from knowing that you're suffering and in pain and whatnot. And then there's like the idea of, you know, if you've considered your family and you have life insurance and there are things about their grieving that you can bring solace and peace to because they're not trying to figure out a bunch of things at the same time as grieving. Yeah. So like even in that you can settle the troubled waters in your death, right? And so for me it was like, okay, then I want to live my life like that. I also had the opportunity to have a conversation with my mom before she died. Me and my mom had an estranged relationship for like a decade. So we didn't really talk. And I went down to see her, had a conversation with her, and we had a really good conversation. I got to just tell her like that I love her very much and I'm grateful for all the things she taught me. Tell her some of the things that she taught me that I remembered and that I keep with me. And some of the things that she taught me just by who she was and how she was that she may not have ever articulated to me, but I got that from her, right? And so I realized that you can create, you may not get the closure that you want to have because a lot of times closure has to do with the story that you've been telling yourself. Yeah. And maybe that story isn't objectively true, right? But closure or not, you can have peace. Yeah. And the best way to get to peace is to have it right now. Yeah. Like, be in peace right now so that whenever whatever comes, you will already have peace. Yeah. And so when my mom died, I already had peace, so I didn't cry. Yeah, and like I think that's what it is. Yeah, yeah. Right? It's like, man, that's such a gift to know that, because I can now apply that to me and everybody else. Yes. It's like whatever it is, and peace doesn't mean we come to terms on a story or a conversation or whatever. It's just like you can decide on peace. Yeah. It's like these countries and nations and whatnot, like, sometimes they just decide on peace. And, you know, that's a whole other conversation. But as individuals, we can just decide, well, I am in control. That's it. I have all the power that's necessary for me and how I feel and what I think and how I move. Yeah. And I can provide myself whatever is necessary to have full peace. And so I don't need an event to happen in order to get me peace. And that's where, I think that's where I'm at. Yeah. Too. Like I live by that. I have to have peace. Yeah. Peace in my home. Right. Peace in just my life. I have to have peace. And I've learned in the last 6-7 months, set your boundaries. Yeah, I set them very well. Yeah. I set them very well. Yeah. It's hard in the beginning because it's like, but you know, that's your family, and that's your. Yeah. I have to set them because if not, I'm gonna go crazy, and I'm gonna continue to allow people to do whatever they want to me. Yeah. And that I'm not. Right. Yeah, I'm not doing. So I go to sleep at night knowing that there is peace. Yes. And everywhere around me, there's peace. My friends have peace, like, and that means a lot for me because it's like we're around each other all the time. Right. You got to have peace, and I'm very much how's your heart? Yeah. How's your mind? Yep.
How is all of those things? People get so upset because I don't call people on the phone.
Okay.
I FaceTime. Oh, they hate it. They hate it.
Yeah.
I don't text me because
Right.
I'm not a texter.
Got you.
I don't have time to be doing all this all
Gotcha.
day. But FaceTime,
Yeah.
because guess what? I need to know that you're okay. I have
Yeah.
to see it in your eyes that you are okay.
Yes.
And if you are at peace, I'm at peace,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything will be good.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. I think that's like,
This was good. I enjoyed myself.
I'm glad. So did I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kept a tear up and everything.
Yeah, right? I ain't even asked you to sing nothing.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. We grew.
We grew. Look at us.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
My
I
pleasure.
appreciate
My
that.
pleasure.